Welcome people, welcome. It's a good day today because guess what happened? Arsenal played an away game against the mighty Blues. Arsenal won the game 1-0. As you all should know by now, if you're an Arsenal supporter, Arsenal has won the football game by a goal to nil. Big game. So we have moved back to the top of the table. You know, City eked out a 2-1 victory yesterday and took the lead. Now we are back on top of the table. And it was a it was the most one-sided 1-0 victory I've seen in a while. So that's why it's important to watch game. Scoreline in football. Football is unique in this way, where the scoreline does not tell you how the game went. It doesn't give necessarily a true reflection every time of how the game went. Yeah? So you might hear 1-0 and say, oh, it was a tight game because it was only one. And the goal came in the second half. It was far from being a close game, people. It only looked like one winner from the first whistle. It was a completely dominating performance from Arsenal. And I think Arsenal showed Chelsea some amount of respect and never go out harder. But guess what? It's not a criticism. It's just an observation that because I thought against United, the only game that we have lost this season, when we came 1-1, I think we were a bit naive thinking that, oh, we are Man City and we have arrived and we're going to cut them up now and go on to win. And we got cut open on the counter-attack and Man United won that game. So while we are playing, while we are showing that we could be Man City under Pep and Man City under and Barcelona when they were under Pep, we are showing glimpses, enough passage of play where we're dominating and ticking the ball, moving the ball around brilliantly. And it shows the impact of Pep Guardiola because, you know, Arteta was assistant manager to Pep Guardiola for a couple of years. And it's basically a mini Man City right now. Mini Man City that is actually getting better results in the league than Man City. So again, you have to give he has improved the team. He was struggling in his early parts, in his early stint when he just came to Arsenal. For me, I thought we could have performed better than we were performing when Arteta had the team for the first couple of years. And he's now getting the desired result. And as a matter of fact, he has gone up and above and beyond what I expected him to do even this season with the squad that he had. So Arteta must take a lot of credit. But also, it shows the magnitude of the man Pep Guardiola, that his blueprint is being used by a manager that was his assistant for many years. It shows the man. It shows the system and how it works and how it can work. So Arteta has learned clearly from Pep Guardiola, and he has come to Arsenal and he's finally gotten some of the players I think we could do with another brilliant wide player. I think we have good cover at the back. We have solid midfield because we're not going to have all the best players in the world. So, but I think we need at least one very good wide player, because sometimes when Martinelli and Saka run out of steam, then there's not a lot of option on the bench that you could quickly go to. I think we want at least one more quality wide player. For that you know, when we don't have the money and generally it's tough to buy a lot of players. So that is imminent what we want right now for me. Partey is fit. He has been fit for a while now. We are happy for that. As long as he is fit, then we are good in that area. But the performance was good. The awareness of where the teammates are for Arsenal is just brilliant. And I think that is what is setting them apart from the other teams, including Man City. That Arsenal awareness of where the players, based on the position and the role that they get, are. So to release that ball quick to them when they're in difficult times, they just know that Partey should be here, knock it there. Partey know that Granit Xhaka should be here, it's going to go there. And it's just so fluid. It's just so easy. It's just so tough for teams to stop Arsenal because of that. And Arteta, again, I'm saying he's doing a brilliant job at that. And he has gotten the blueprint from Pep Guardiola. Surprisingly for me this season, he's a player I have cussed out for many years because he can't tackle. But he was playing too deep. He was asked to do too much defensive work in midfield, which is Granit Xhaka. And now he's flourishing very well. He was brilliant once again today. He's making some excellent decisions when he gets hold of the football. I think he's one of the players of the season in the entire league thus far this season. And while he's not our most talented player, I think he has been our most consistent player this season. Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka has been very, very impressive. And Arsenal's going to be tough to beat. If we don't get any significant injuries for a long period, because injuries will come, it's a long season. We don't want anybody to be out like, oh, Emile Smith Rowe is out now for such a long period. We don't want people to be out for long periods. But Arsenal is the real deal. I'm talking about the Premier League title race now. They are the real deal. It's a pity from an Arsenal perspective that Fulham wasn't able to hold on yesterday. You know? I think that the defender made a stupid decision to try and win the ball from Kevin De Bruyne, who was going around or beyond the other way. You never need to make a tackle, and then the penalty, you think Lena should have done much better with that because it was a poor penalty from Erling Haaland. But brilliant performance, as I said. It's just amazing how the Arsenal players quickly get into the position based on their role and where they are to be tactically on the field, how they get there with such ease and such quickness. So you wonder, oh, Arsenal is playing so well, oh, Arsenal is coming out of pressure so well, oh, Arsenal is moving the ball so well. It's all about because they are top players, you know. They are top players. So them can play football. Chelsea have top players as well, them can play football. Liverpool, Man U. At that level, a lot of top players are in these teams. So the onus is on now on the players to tactically get it right. And that's the main thing that Arsenal is doing so well now. That is the brilliant. And Gabriel Jesus, the main role of a striker is to score. So you want to be critical of him for not scoring goals, you know, because he got a chance early, he glanced off his head, he should have gotten there, he should have buried it. But that's not the only role of a striker, but that's the main role. So you're going to be critical if a striker is not scoring goal. But you see, there are some other things that a striker must do on the football field as well, which is lesser. It is the lesser of the two of the things that you need. But he is doing the lesser things brilliantly well. Holding up the ball well, creating for others, work rate, trying to win back the ball for pressing the opposing team. He's brilliant at that. So while Gabriel Jesus, we needed to score those goals, my boss. We need the goals from Gabriel Jesus. I must say, you are doing the other things. That dribble that he made late and cutting inside and letting go. Odegaard should have done much better with that. Epitomize what I'm saying about him in his overall play. So the goal's not coming, and we need the goals, but the other things he's doing so brilliantly well. It's hard to bash him. While you need the goals, his hold-up play is excellent. When he pulls wide, he does extremely well. As I said, the closing down, I'm repeating myself because he has done it so well and we are impressed with it. So while we want, if Gabriel Jesus adds consistent goals to his game and continue to do the other things well, he could be in a position to be player of the season in the Premier League. That's how good he has been in the other years outside of scoring goals. So again, hard-working player, and I like him, his pressing game. He put the defender under pressure. They can't just pass out easily. He's so fit, he's such a fit player. And he links the play well. Another player who gets in the position that he ought to be tactically when the ball is in a particular area. Arsenal is brilliant at that, and that is the main reason why they have separated themselves from most of the teams in England this season. So good with Arsenal. Keep it up. Happy one more game before they break for the World Cup. And that's against Wolves at home. It's at home. It's at home. And it's one more game remaining. So I think we should be at the top come World Cup, which would be great. Not a lot of persons would have expected that, including myself. I had us in the top 4, but to be seriously competing for the title like this is a surprise. Coach must get the credit. The players have been good, and they are getting better. Today, let me just add before I go, people. Today, I must say kudos to the 2 central defenders who, I said before, seem to have a big error in them. Both of them. I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any ball being passed to any Chelsea player. They were excellent today as well. So it was a fantastic performance. And 1-0 was flattering. Arsenal was much better than Chelsea in this encounter at Stamford Bridge. Alright, remember people, like, subscribe to the channel, people.